Hey guys, how you doing? I hope everything is good with me. Y'all, we're gonna talk about this young man named Manny Collins, and he was living with his mother. So his mother sent him to live with his father, named Dupree Collins. He was the senior. Yeah, so he went over there on I think what May 8th to live with his father, but his father is a Muslim. Yes, his father's a Muslim, and he's that type of Muslim where when he get around people, he tries to convince everybody to convert over to Islam. You know what I'm saying? He that type of person, and I don't like people like that. Mm-mm. I don't like people like that. If that's not my thing, that's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's knocking because you want to be, a Muslim and you don't want no parts of it. You're not trying to be disrespectful, but he the type of father person that try to keep pushing it on you and pushing it on you and pushing it on you. So I don't know if the mom knew that Dupree was Muslim. You understand? Because if you send your son there to, stay with his father, he's definitely going to try to persuade his son to, you know, become Muslim and, prey upon him and just try to drill it into his head. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand, he's 16, Manny's 16. So he has a voice. He has an opinion. He has a voice. So if he doesn't want to convert to be a Muslim, you know, that's on him. But you have his father. They said already that he was in the head. So he probably didn't like it. He probably was like, well, listen, you're my son. You're going to convert. And his son was like, no, Dad. Like, I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to do me. And the father just couldn't take no for an answer. So when he went missing, they said they had put a alert out on, I think, the 12th. On the 12th. And every time the brother of Dupree would Jordan, the father's Jordan Dupree, I'll call him Dupree, the brother was talking to him like, yo, where my nephew at? Like, and Dupree is like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? He's here or he's there. And he's like, bro, like, I'm about to come over there, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh no, I gotta go pray, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. But who knows him better but his brother? You understand what I'm saying? His brother knows him. You know what I'm saying? His brother know he was on drugs at one time. He could be still on drugs or whatever. But his brother wasn't playing the games. His brother was like, look, you need to tell me where the hell is my nephew, right? So his brother, he was trying to go over there to see, where his nephew was, because it got serious. It's like, yo, we're not hearing anything from Manny, like, for real. And the mom is pleading. She went on the news. She was like, her son is missing. Like, he was with his father. The last time we seen him, he was with his father. Last time being seen was with his father. So they started, like, they felt like the police wasn't taking, the situation serious. And the brother was telling them, like, yo, go to my brother. My brother is a groomer. You feel me? Like, my brother is on that, And the police was just not, like, listening to him. But you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to black and brown, this is what we have to put up with. Like, for real. This is what we have to put up with. Because, I believe Manny would have had been found faster. You understand? If the police would have took the uncle's word on, my brother is on some bull. You know what I'm saying? My brother is a groomer. My brother is this here. He was telling him, like, bro, my brother is tripping. So I need you to get over there to try to see if my nephew there, like, for real. And he didn't really want to like do that because he already put hands on him already. So he trying to do it legally. Like, where the hell is my nephew? But anyway, y'all, let me read y'all some of this here. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all listen to the uncle because he was pleading, like, for real, and it's really heartbreaking because he was so serious. He was so serious about his nephew. Like, he was ready to go to jail, like, for real, because he already know my brother's acting weird. Like, my brother's acting weird, and he gonna have me hurt him because I need to know where is my nephew. So hold on, y'all.
For damn near a month, right? At first, we trying to figure everything out, trying to figure out like what the fuck's going on, what happened. He been over at his pop's crib, I want to say since March. This is all to my knowledge, so I could be off on the dates, but he was at his dad's house since March. Everybody that they know that his dad, and we're just gonna stop referring to him as my brother. His dad, everybody know, his dad been on this Islam, super radical, super extreme, trying to just convert every living organism to Islam. And it's like, bro, you need to chill and pump your brakes, bro. That's your journey. So I'm gonna just put that in the air and let y'all piece together that shit. But if you've been around, you know what's been going on. Me personally, I washed my hands with bro in 2020. Like, I gave him a spot, let him live there. He showed me who he was once again. I stopped rocking with dude. On top of that, he was already on some weird shit and moving like a predator on some bro. I don't get down like that, so I had to cut bro off completely. My nephew staying over there, the nigga's been weird. He's been hella extreme. He's been trying to force that on Manny. He's been trying to just force it on everybody, and everybody been keeping their distance, a lot of people. But fast forward to this situation. Manny is not the type of kid, young man, boy, however you want to call it, to just up and disappear for days at a time, man. My nephew don't do that. He'll let somebody know something by now, man. And when we try to all get together with his dad, he's not even showing like a sense of urgency. He's honestly sounding like he's been getting high again. I call him, he's sounding all slumped. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's smoking meth. I don't know if he's on heroin. I don't know what the fuck dude is doing. He's weird. But when I'm calling him and trying to link up with him to find my nephew, he's nowhere to be found. He's trying to dodge me. I'm like, I'm about to pull up. He's like, oh no, I'm about to go here. I'm gonna go hand off. I'm like, bro, if your son went missing by your crib, why are you trying to go to St. Paul and over on Lake Street to pass out flyers, bro? Let's start here. You know what I'm saying? So he starts getting like real suspicious. That's just to me. Again, I ain't even talked to nobody really. And then about 3 days into all of this, he starts slipping up even more. Like I said, I don't know if bro is getting high, but the way he was moving, he's starting to slip up again. And I'm like, yo, where you at? He's like, oh, I gotta go to the mosque and pray, blah, blah, blah. And by this time, I'm already feeling like something's off. He wouldn't really like tell me to come to the crib. He'll try to tell me to meet him somewhere, and then like say he's going somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, bro, something's going on, bro. And I feel like the way he is, he might have my nephew somewhere trying to force that Islam shit onto him. And I keep putting it out in the air, man. Like I said, this ain't no street shit. This ain't none of that shit people be trying to glorify and be on, bro. This is a young man, a 16-year-old young man. This is my nephew. This is Ashley's son. This is Dawn's grandson. You feel me? And my brother, man, he knows something, man, in the police. will not detain this town and question him. He's not smart. He don't got no money. He don't got no lawyer. And any group of people he usually get around, he always moves with the weirdos. So he's in that community, he's moving with some weirdos. And like, we can take matters into our own hand, but it's like, where's Manny at? We want Manny. Could have took matters into our own hand. We try to bring the police, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing, man. So I'm just putting it out there once again. They said the sheriffs, the FBI, whoever, they monitor everything else on social media. Here's the video. Y'all need to question my brother. He's been a weirdo. He's been a predator. He's been a groomer. He's been all of those things. This nigga hang out with Deron Parker. Do your research. If you hang out with a weirdo, you are a weirdo, bro. I don't give a... All his other siblings talking about Jordan needs forgiveness. No. Y'all moving around with Stockholm Syndrome, bro. Jordan Sr. is a weirdo. Is to find Manny, and I'm just trying to use all the resources, all the technology resources, everything that we got to find Manny. This is to just bring light to everything going on. We all know that his dad has not been helpful whatsoever. We all know that his dad's character is cowardly. We all know that his dad's character is a manipulator, a liar, a thief, a groomer, a predator. We know that he's all those things, and his actions throughout all of this just show that that's true. As somebody who speaks for my side of the family, I'm speaking up to just, let it be known that we want Jordan Sr. detained and questioned. We want him arrested. We want him detained. It's so unsettling to even say that about your own sibling, but this is the reality. He's the last person that was with Manny. He's the last person to see Manny, to talk to Manny, and Manny just disappears. Senior been weird with that religion shit. We all know that he's been super extreme, trying to convert everybody. It got to the point where my own mom was like, I don't even want him at my house. And that's not the first time that she's had to reach out to me about how he is. Because he's abusive to her too, manipulates her, gaslights her. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for so long. Part of the reason why I stopped having a relationship with dude. But bottom line is, he is the person that needs to be spoken to. He needs to be dealt with accordingly. I don't want me and my people to take matters into our own hands and jeopardize what we got going on. But we're just asking for legal representatives, whoever, the sheriffs, FBI, whoever's on this case, ATF, I don't know. Whoever's on this, please do something. Detain him. He does not have money for a lawyer. He's broke. He does not have any type of income. He's broke. And any type of income that he does have is illegal. So, how y'all gonna handle that?
So guys, that was his brother. And his brother is like so serious, like for real. This is like really heartbreaking. Like he knows something is wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So let me just read you this article. They said Manny Collins, father taken into custody in relations to teen's demise. He knew it. He knew that his brother did something. He knew it because he knew Manny is a strong young man, and he knew Manny was not going to go for, converting over to Islamic, to be Islam. So he knew it. His brother knew it, and it hurts when you're begging the police and anybody to please help, go get this guy. Like, I know my brother, he did something to Manny. Like, they knew. So anyway, y'all, let me read this real quick for y'all. They said, they said law enforcement of let me just read this. Jordan Manny Collins Jr., 16, has been missing since the May 8th after the last seen in Columbus Heights. His remains, the remains of Collins was found in an elk landfill on June 28th. Authorities say that Jordan Dupree Collins Sr., his father, has been taken into custody in relation to his son's demise. They said on July 7th, the 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 Alka County Sheriff said it took Jordan Dupree Collins Sr., 38, of Columbia Heights, into custody in relation to the death of his son, Jordan Dupree Collins Jr., often referred as Manny. The father has not yet been formally charged. The demise remains under investigation. They said Collins was last seen on May 8th in the area of Universal Avenue and 49th Avenue Northeast in Columbia Heights at the time of his disappearance. He was staying with Dupree, his father, and said Collins was likely missing against his will. That is sad. Because I know his mom wouldn't have never sent him over there if his father was on some bull. But the brother, he was like, he been on some bull since, 2020 and 19 and all this stuff here. Like, so, I'm not blaming the mom. I'm just saying, like, the brother knew that the brother was on some bull. I don't know. I don't even know why the mother would have sent him over to his father when his father, was acting radical. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Maybe she didn't know, but the brother knew. And he was like, I know this ninja has my nephew. He did something to my nephew. Okay. They said that he was he here are the key authorities had mentioned so far the search for Collins. On May 8th, Collins was last seen near the area of 4900 block of University Avenue northeast of in Columbia Heights. Collins' mother reported she last heard from her son in a text at around 4 a.m. Let me tell you, if my son would have called me at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm over there. I would have had to call his uncle and whoever else. Let's get over there right now. So that's right there would have scared the hell out of me. I'm serious. 4 o'clock in the morning, y'all already know. Y'all ever be in the bed and y'all get ready to go to sleep and the phone ring, you be like, oh my God, what? So at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's not good. I would have been over there, I'm telling you right now. They said a missing person report was filed on the 12th. May 29th, Manny uncle spoke with the news about the disappearance. They said on June 2nd, authorities provided an update about the investigation into Collins' disappearance, saying that they interviewed additional people and have followed up on leads. Through details were vague. On June 4th, authorities first started searching the Elf River landfill. Ashley Berry, the mother of Collins, sat down with the news with Karen to make a plea for answers in his disappearance. On the 5th, the Anka County Sheriff Office asked residents in the area where he was last seen to check their property for any suspicious items. residents and businesses so they could see if they had cameras, to see if Manny was walking around or anything like that there. They said on June 6th, authorities searched the waste management landfill in Elk River in connection with Collins' disappearance. On June 28th, human remains was found. On June 30th, DNA testing came back as a match for the missing 16-year-old. On July 1st, law enforcement announced the demise of Collins and provided an update on the interview. This is just really sad. You understand what I'm saying? This is just so sad. This is really, really sad. Because the brother went hard. I'm not gonna lie. He knew. He freaking knew. He was like, yo, I know this ninja did something. Because he did something to him, even though he didn't say what it was, but he already know he on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? So he knew. He knew, and it's really, really sad. It's really sad. But anyway, my heart goes out to, to Manny's mom and his whole family. And definitely the uncle, because he was going hard. Like, he was ready to, give up everything and just go over there and do his brother in. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because he already knew. He knew his brother was moving crazy, He said that he was moving different. He was moving. Who knows him better than his brother? Even his mother was like, his own mama was like, yo, don't bring your ass over here no more. Like, for real. And he said he was abusive to his mother. So you already know, like, this guy head is messed up because he get into that. Not saying nothing about Islamic, okay, but when you radical and you receive messages different instead of receiving it the right way, he's taking it to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? And he probably doesn't even know, what he's doing. I'm gonna be real with you and what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you have plenty of Muslims out here. You know what I'm saying? I got Muslims in my family. And they ain't moving like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not moving like that. Like, that's crazy. But he's radical. He's like, he's just, he's that type of person. You ever see somebody that comes to you and they be like, yeah, let me tell you about... That's one thing I never get in, I never get into is religion. I don't do that. I don't do that. Because people believe in whoever they believe in. But you have this man over here trying to push his religion and try to want to argue with you about this person, that thing, that, this, that, the third. Well, ain't nobody want to hear all that. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? You have to respect people. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to religion, that's one thing I never, ever... I never get involved with. When you hear somebody talking about religion, I step back because that's not, what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's who I believe in is what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to dispute with you. I'm not going to read you the scriptures. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. So anyway, y'all, my heart goes out, like I said, to the mom and to the whole family. And to the uncle. Bro, thumbs up to you, bro. For real, because you wasn't playing no games. And I have to take my hat off to you. We need more strong men like you out here. We really do. We need more strong men like you out here. I applaud you. I really do. Yes. Everything you said, I was listening. And I was believing you. And like I said, my heart goes out because, you fought hard, for your nephew. Because you already knew. You called it. You called it. And it should have been addressed faster. You knew what you were saying. You know how I go. You know how I go, brother. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to go and, y'all hit that like button and subscribe, okay? You know, try to get me out in the amorism, so I can float around here, y'all. But anyway, y'all, it's not funny, but you know, like I said, this is a sad story, a really sad story, because the mom, you know, before I go, the mom probably kind of feel like kind of guilty, you know, and I hope she don't, you know, because he is his father, and you know, you sent him over there for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? You sent him there for a reason, but this is just all bad. But anyway, y'all, like I said, hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. I'ma go. Peace.